Contrary to what many people believe, the average video gamer is not 17 nor is it an 18-year-old, but in fact a 35-year-old. Now I know what you're thinking, a 35-year-old? That's someone who may or may not own a house, have a car, have a wife, have kids, but it's not far-fetched to believe if you consider the origins of video games. Video games have started back in the 1950s with the creation of instructional programs by scientists and programmers on the first ever computers, to 1970's first edition of Pong, which is basically a pixelized version of Pong, to 2016-2017's HD to 4K graphics, immersive and much more complex gameplay, and a compelling story. That's innovation, and that's precisely why I want the people of Columbus to know about the video game industry. The average age of someone in Columbus is basically 31 years old. That's near the perfect target audience for video games. And the reason I'm so passionate about video games is because I'm a video gamer. I love games, and I've been researching this stuff since I was a freshman in high school, and that's why I'm pursuing a marketing degree, because I want to be in the business. Now, today I'm going to be telling you about how much money the video game industry makes, basically the target audience, and also the various platforms that you can play games on. Now, how much money do you think the video game industry makes? Well, in 2016, the video game industry generated $91 billion. Now that's all platforms. However, $41 billion came from mobile. Then after that, $26 billion came from retail stores like GameStop and Best Buy, and Walmart and Target, and your mom and pop shop that sells hard disk games. And that's where you sell mostly console games. $34 billion came from PC, which you either buy physically or you can buy through an app called Steam. $19 billion came from MMOs like Guild Wars 2, RuneScape, Star Wars: The Old Republic, or World of Warcraft. Basically how they make money is you either buy the game or you buy a monthly subscription fee, or you exchange real currency for in-game currency. But how old is the oldest gaming group you think there is? Well, 35-year-olds are the most popular. However, 18-year-olds are up there with them. It's almost a tie. However, the third largest group is 50-year-olds, which is pretty old. Women make around 31% of video gamers between the ages of 18 and under 30. But some believe that it's much more than that. Professional competitions are almost everywhere for video gamers, like the FIFA one, and I'm sure there's some for Call of Duty and Battlefield, and also Total War, which is a very famous strategic franchise. Now, those who are 30 have been playing video games for up to 13 years. Now, that's a long time. Now, how many devices do you think you can play video games on? I mean, if you think about it, there's maybe 4 or 5, but the percentage of users, much more than you think. PC leads the way with 62% of all gamers playing them on PC. Social media is a big part of that due to games like Caféville, Farmville, and the Mafia game, which are on Facebook. Console is second with 56%. That includes Xbox One, Xbox 360, the Xbox, the PS4, the PS3, the PS2, the PS1, and GameCube. 35% is smartphones like iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, any other type of phone that you can access the App Store. And 31% is wireless devices like the Roku, which you can buy at Walmart, that basically has apps that you can access as long as you have access to the internet. And 21% is portable devices like the Nintendo 3DS, and Nintendo Switch, Game Boy, the PSP Vita. Now, I concur that the video game industry is it's a billion-dollar industry that's innovative, that will continue to grow so long as technology exists. We've learned that the video game industry generates at least $50 billion, and that's just from PC and retail gaming alone. But we know it's much more than that due to the various platforms. The average age of someone who plays video games is 35. It's closer to around 31, but it's a good median. It reaches all ages, and and females are at least 44% of all gamers. So you can't say that only guys play games, because it's false. Females play games too. So that shows that video games just cross boundaries. And there's various different platforms that you can play games on, like PC, console, your phone, like Casino or Solitaire. So you don't have to be a certain age to play video games, and you don't have to be a certain gender to play video games. Just play them and enjoy them. And good gaming.